This is World Cup Weekly. I'm Bianca Santos here in Brasília, the capital of Brazil, and I chose this location, Congresso Nacional, as my backdrop because it is ground zero for Brazil's politics, and it's also been ground zero for the recent protests here and across the country. And I want to fill you in very quickly about what all the protests are all about, because there has been a lot of media misinformation, especially from the country's largest news network, O Globo. It all started with protests towards a fare hike in the state of São Paulo, but the momentum built and the cause grew because they wanted to use the spotlight of Confederations Cup to highlight a generations-old, dirty little secret here in Brazil, and that's corruption. Brazil's been ranking 5th, 6th in some of the richest countries in the world, and yet the country has been unable, really unwilling to invest in education, healthcare, and infrastructure. And yet there have been billions and billions spent on these tournaments and games with the stadiums, specifically in host cities that don't even have a huge soccer following, like here in Brasília. It was completely demolished and rebuilt twice what the original budget projected it to be. And so Brazil want the world to know that the Dilma Rousseff government is putting on a huge facade, lipstick on a pig, because the reality in Brazil is that it is a dire situation. People are waiting in emergency rooms in huge lineups when there's really only one on-call doctor. Education is really a joke, and infrastructure around the country is dilapidated, to say the least. So while a lot of these protesters would love to see, the Confederations Cup, World Cup, and Olympics become a huge flop with turnout, I don't know how likely that is. But one thing I know that we can do, especially, for footy fans, is spread the awareness that while, Brazil wants you to believe that it's an emerging market, that it's a contender, that the truth is they are far from getting their, stuff together. And so hopefully with all of this awareness, people will get the message out and we can create some sort of Brazilian spring of change. We'll see, but get the message out there, share the links, share the videos, share the messages, and don't believe everything you see on major news networks. Now, getting to the match between Brazil and Mexico, these two teams have had a huge year in 2013. They've met twice in April and June, and both times El Tricolor came out on top. But Mexico's first match against Italy was crash and burn, and I was surprised among a lot of people. So will Mexico be able to get their morale up in time against Brazil? I think they should. I mean, they've won 2 matches against Brazil in recent history, did phenomenal, and Brazil is coming off a huge win against Japan, 3-0 in the opening match of the Confederations Cup. Their morale is up. It is a do or die for both teams. Brazil needs to win this match because beating Italy, it's not guaranteed, but Mexico beating Japan is pretty guaranteed. So if Mexico beats Brazil, it's more than likely that they're going to beat Japan and thus move on from the group stage. Now Brazil, if they don't beat Mexico, I think the writing's on the wall that they are out of the Confederations Cup in the group stage. My prediction is that a draw is very likely, with maybe a win for Brazil, but I think it's going to be a draw. Will I be right? I haven't been right that much so far, but we'll see. Thanks so much for tuning in. Spread the message again about the protest, and we'll see who comes out on top in Group B. I think this will be the match to define the 2 teams that are moving through. Thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter, join me on Facebook, and I'll be back with more local fare and wrap-ups and predictions for Confederations Cup. Thanks for watching. Ciao!